Chal Meri Luna. Three words that sort of mobilized the teachers, the housemakers and other masses who couldn't quite hop onto motorcycles or found scooters of the past years big, bulky, cumbersome and not quite as convenient as they are now. So while this Kinetic e-Luna, when it came all those years ago, did the trick, this e-Luna comes in at a time where the market is filled with options galore. So does this electric moped provide that same energizing feeling to zip around town in an effortless manner? The e-Luna does fit the bill when somebody is looking for a moped of this size. The slim build, low and narrow seat and barely any bodywork gives you that sense of quirkiness that scooters rarely provide. And the moment you swing your leg over it, you instantly get a childlike grin plastered on your face. Now, while on paper, Kinetic says that the seat height of the e-Luna is 810 mm, which is sort of higher than the new 390 Duke, we don't quite feel that is the case because the seat is fairly low and it has a typical moped-like stance. So the bars are nice and easy to reach. The foot pegs are slightly on the higher side, and in that sense, for somebody who is 5'7" or even shorter, can easily flat foot the moped. And in that sense, you get a very easy cruising stance or easy commuting stance for most situations. A 1.2 kilowatt motor propels this little commuter to a top speed of 50 kilometers per hour. And providing the fuel is a 2 kilowatt hour removable battery pack in this X2 variant, which is quite heavy. The e-Luna has an IDC range of 110 kilometers, and in our usage so far, it does manage to return around 55-60 kilometers with a 100 kilo rider on board. To be honest, the first time I rode the e-Luna, I was giggling inside my helmet. The cute build is backed up with some really honest performance. Of the three riding modes, the lowest mode is tuned for just extracting max range, and yet you are not a hazard on the road. So it will reach a top speed of around 40 kmph. To be honest, I also didn't quite find much difference between the middle and the top riding mode, as in both you could reach a top speed of around 52-53 kmph on the speedo. The top mode did feel a tad bit quicker when you want to execute overtakes, but it wasn't really that impactful in the commuting experience. Hence, you're better off sticking to the middle mode for most riding scenarios. And to its credit, the e-Luna can haul a lot of weight and didn't even stutter or run out of breath when riding with a pillion up a flyover. Momentum remains key here, as it could do 30 kilometers per hour steadily. What I did find annoying is the sound the motor and the various other electrical systems make on the moped. It isn't quite as enticing as the Ather 450X. Rather, it gets quickly irritating the more you ride the e-Luna. And then there is the ride, clearly tuned for carrying load rather than comfort. So over the smallest of rumble strips or whatsoever undulations that you find on the road, you are bound to find some form of discomfort. And over stretches like this, you are bound to get tossed off the seat. The ride gets a tad bit better with a heavier set pillion on board, but even then the front end juddering sensation cannot be overcome. As a city runabout, the e-Luna can flit through tight spaces in a jiffy and does hold its balance well. Yes, the tires are small and skinny, so you will have to proceed with caution on all rides. Compounding matters are the disappointing drum brakes that don't provide you with safety assurance in needy situations. Coming to the livability aspect, the Kinetic e-Luna benefits from a removable battery pack, which is great because you can't actually physically store the portable charger on board. Kinetic has made no provisions for that. So in order to remove the battery, you just need to pop open the rider's seat, press this button, and you can remove this battery and take it home, and a complete charge takes around 4 hours. Mind you, the battery weighs 19 kilos. So you'll need to be healthy to take it to your home. And also, in order to charge, you will need to buy an additional coupler for this battery. So is it really that convenient? You let me know in the comments. Now say you do find a solution wherein you can carry the portable charger on your rides, then you can make use of such public charging networks like I have one here right in my building complex. And you can then plug it and charge it overnight. And the entire cost of charging the battery is not more than the cost you pay for 2 vada pavs. And finally, let's come to the real reason why scooters took off, whereas mopeds didn't. And that is because the total absence of under-seat storage space. And in this case, I can unscrew these finger screws and remove the rear seat and fix a box over here so as to do delivery services for Amazon or Swiggy if you are in that field. But for personal use, it becomes absolutely inconvenient. However, the e-Luna has a rather large floor space. So technically, it can gobble up a large suitcase or in this case, my riding kit bag. See? Voila. But Kinetic has offered a luggage hook right here. It is rather placed on the higher side and hence whatever items that you store might just be dangling around over here. The bare bones basic essential nature of the e-Luna is very much present in the features department. The negative LCD console is difficult to read in harsh daylight situations but has data like speedo, odo, a trip meter and DTE for display. The battery state of charge is shown in a bar type manner, but we would have liked an actual numerical readout to make matters simpler. There is a flame telltale sign also, which would possibly flash on in case of a thermal emergency. Thankfully, even in the draining 42 degrees Celsius heat of Pune, there were no such signs of a thermal slowdown. Considering the honest and limited performance capabilities it has, we would have been surprised if it had come on though. Lastly, cheap plastics and rough welds might not be too much of a concern for someone who is looking purely at it from a utilitarian perspective. However, given the fact that it costs almost 80,000 rupees, you expect slightly better finish levels. So where does the e-Luna hit the mark now? Certainly not for the urban and youthful buyer because he is spoiled for choice, especially with the likes of the Ola S1X now coming in at a price point far lower than this and offering a more aspirational, fun and traditional riding experience. Yes, for B2B operations like Big Basket, Swiggy and Amazon, where low-cost delivery services are key for efficient operations, this would serve well. But more so in tier 3 cities as well as rural India, where load carrying is one of the primary objectives of buying a two-wheeler, the rugged build as well as cheap operating cost will definitely make the e-Luna a big hit in that market. So, not quite mobilizing the urban masses, but definitely the real India. So what do you think about the cute little e-Luna? Do let us know in the comments. Do let us know whether you would like to buy one or not as well. Don't forget to like and share this video. Subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell notification icon. Follow us on our Instagram page because we bring cool automotive content over there as well. And before I go, please always wear a helmet and proper riding gear, even if you're on a moped like this. Thank you so much for watching.